Hello and welcome to BUNKUM. My name's Anthony and today we're on episode 7 of Doki Doki Literature Club. So, at the end of the last episode, it was quite a emotional ending. As I said before, it was completely unexpected because obviously the whole of the game is so happy and cheerful and cheesy and whatever. And for Sayori to suddenly come out with the fact that she's feeling depressed and she suffered it with all her life, that entire scene was quite a powerful scene. It was really unexpected. It was really emotional, and it kind of caught me off guard. Obviously, with something like depression, it's a awful thing for anybody to go through. There are people that I know that have gone through that experience. And my only ask of anybody suffering with depression, with anxiety or anything along those lines is to speak to somebody, to get help, because things can get better. With the right help, anything can be possible, but it's going to take time. It's not a quick fix. It can take years and years and years, but things can get better. So yeah. Please contact whoever you think might be best to support you. There's plenty of phone lines you can call, the Samaritans in the UK, and various other organisations throughout the world that can help people in that situation. But anyway, that's kind of where we left it on the last episode. Sayori, not in a great place. So, on the way home, I find myself feeling uneasy. But it's hard. It's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Yuri is about to come over too. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much. We are definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. As I approach my house, I see something that makes me feel a moment of panic. Yuri? Ah. Thank goodness. You're a little early. Oh, sorry, you're a little early. I'm sorry, I wasn't home yet. Oh, sorry, no, it's me again. Sorry, I wasn't home yet. Were you waiting for a long time? No, I just got here. But I started to get really nervous when nobody answered the doorbell. You always could have texted me. If I had known, I would have reassured you and hurried more on my way home. I suppose that's true. I didn't think of that for some reason. It should be common sense to do that, but I decide to ignore it. Anyway, let's go inside. I see you brought a lot of stuff with you. That's right. And did you manage to find everything I asked you to buy as well? Yeah, pretty much. At least I hope I got everything right. I'm sure it will be fine. We're in my house. In my bedroom, no less. Ooh. Hope she doesn't take advantage of me in this situation. I take Yuri to my room. The first thing she does is glance around curiously, which makes me feel anxious. It's so clean. Now, obviously, my character in the game doesn't read that many books. But if you look on his bookshelves, there are a lot of books. Just saying. I cleaned it before you came over, so... That's a very considerate thing of you to do. No. I would really be embarrassed for my room to be a mess while you were here. Well, I do enjoy cleaning. I would have gladly helped you clean. That would have been even more embarrassing. I like cleaning as well. It's quite therapeutic. Anyway. Wait, don't look in here. There. I snatched Yuri's wrist, which was in the process of opening a desk drawer of mine. I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking for some reason. I was just spacing out. It's fine. I let go of Yuri's wrist. She puts both her hands firmly in her lap, as if making sure she's keeping track of them. So, should we get started? Yes. I have a few things planned that you can help with. Decorations and atmospheric enhancements. Atmospheric enhancements? You know. Mood lighting, aromatherapy candles. Oh, wow. I didn't know you planned on taking it that far. Of course. I want to take our guests to a faraway place. Although many will stop by just out of curiosity. And for cupcakes, I guess. I'm determined to provide an experience that will leave them wanting more. That's great. It's easy to forget that you're a pretty intense person. Intense? I guess that's the best way to put it. Is that a bad thing? No, not at all. It's something that I like about you, actually. Is that so? It makes me feel relieved. And kind of happy. Yeah, no need to be so anxious. You can relax a little. Relax? I bought some things for relaxation. I was going to use them during the poetry event. Oh yeah, like what? Let's see. Yuri rummages through her bag. She pulls out a few candles and wooden cylinder-shaped objects. I did some shopping on the way here, so I happen to have these in my bag. I plan to cover the windows in black paper and use the candles to light the room. I think that would be amazing, don't you? Yeah, that would be really neat. What's the wooden thing, though? Oh, this! It's a diffuser for essential oils. How familiar are you with aromatherapy? Not familiar at all. Ah, is that so? It's one of my favourite contributors to a positive atmosphere. Depending on the oils and herbs you choose, you can change the mood of the air itself. You can even feel it permeate through your body. Relaxation, positive energy, romance, reflection. It's almost like magic. Is Harry Potter going to appear in a minute? Yuri takes the cylinder and pushes a switch on the bottom. In just a moment, a thin ray of vapour begins to spout through a small hole on the top. Wow, that smells wonderful. What kind of mood is that one for? This one is jasmine essential oil. It smells a little sweet and flowery, right? Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. I chose jasmine for the event because it provides more than relaxation. Jasmine enhances your emotions and helps you feel them flow. Helps you feel them flow through your body. You feel warmer and your heart pounds more heavily. Don't you think that would be perfect for sharing our poems? It doesn't sound suitable. Oh no, it does sound suitable. But you seem to know a lot about this, so I'll trust your opinion with anything. Yuri smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself. She again reaches into her bag and pulls out several spools of thin ribbon. What are those for? Well, did you purchase the origami paper I asked you to get? Yeah, I have it over here. We won't be using the paper for folding origami. What I'd like to do is write a different word on each paper. We'll need about 100 of them. Oh yeah? What will those be used for? Well, I'm going to cut pieces of ribbon to hang from the doorway of the classroom. Then we can fasten the paper on the ribbons to create a doorway curtain. Wouldn't that be beautiful? It would also catch the eye of those passing by the room. It may attract some to peek inside. That's really creative. I had no idea you'd be so good at this, Yuri. Is that so? Well, oh no, it's Yuri again. Well, I suppose I do get a little intense, as you'd put it. Yuri giggles with red cheeks. Is it just me, or is she more relaxed when it's just the two of us? Or maybe it's the excitement she feels from sharing something that she enjoys. Here's a marker, Anthony. You can write any characters you want. I'll help you once I finish cutting the ribbons. Ah, all right. Sitting on the floor together, the two of us get to work. I carefully draw a different character on each paper, doing my best to manage my handwriting. Yuri unravels a long strand of red ribbon to her desired length. Then she reaches into her bag once more and pulls out a pocket knife. The knife is strangely beautiful. The silver handle has an intricate pattern of waves etched into it. The blade itself is gently tinted blue. That's no ordinary pocket knife. It looks really fancy. Well... Embarrassed, Yuri looks away. What is it? You're going to think it's weird. Yuri, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. To each their own, you know? If you promise you won't be weirded out. Yeah, I'll promise. Alright. The thing is, I'm kind of into knives. I am weirded out. They're just so pretty. I can't help it. I don't know what it is. The combination of craftsmanship and feeling of danger, maybe. What am I saying? Now, was it Yuri who did the poem on raccoons? And she mentioned knives in that one, I think. About slicing bread or something like that. I suppose if you've got a thing for knives, why not? Please don't think I'm weird for this. You're laughing at me. No, I'm not laughing at you. It's just funny how nervous you got about sharing. It's an interesting thing to be into, I guess. But I think it kind of suits you. Suits me? Yeah, it's kind of intense. Besides, it's a really cool looking knife. I can't deny that. It is, isn't it? Yuri relaxes her expression once again. Would you like to hold it? Sure, I'll check it out. Yuri carefully hands me the knife, with the handle facing me. I take it and turn it around in my hands. It feels heavy and extremely solid. Where do you even get a knife like this? Curious of its sharpness, I feel the point of the knife with my index finger. Ow! Anthony! Why did you do that? I didn't expect it to be that sharp. I barely touched it at all. It's my fault. I should have warned you. The knife is extremely sharp. Bit of bloomin' late for that. It can cut through skin like it's paper. Oh no. A small drop of blood trickles down the side of my finger. Yuri takes my hand and gives the wound a closer look. She stares at it and noticeably fidgets. If you're squeamish, I'll go wash it off now. Without warning, Yuri puts my finger in her mouth and licks the wound. Is she a vampire? Is this why it's a horror? She's a vampire. I feel her tongue curl around my finger. That's slightly weird. Startled, I instinctively pull back my hand. Oh, but please forgive me. I'm a vampire. I wasn't thinking. Yuri lowers her head, her face burning up. Yuri? That's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. How could I do something like that? I'm sorry. Sure it was a little weird, and it took me by surprise, but I guess she was just trying to help, right? Maybe? Yuri, I think you're overreacting a little. She doesn't lift her head. What if she doesn't recover from this? Oh, bugger, I pressed enter. Alright, you know what? This might be a stupid thing to do, but I'll do it anyway. I take Yuri's hand and I lick her index finger in return. Full disclosure, I would not do that in real life to any random girl or woman. No. Anthony, did you really just do that? Now we're even? Yuri just looks at me like I did something wrong. You did! What? No! I knew that would be a bad idea. If not for the sweet aroma of jasmine oil, the air would be extremely heavy right now. You're so weird, Anthony. Yuri giggles shyly. Yuri calling me weird. I have no response to that. None whatsoever. Where do you keep the bandages? I don't think I need one, actually. It was a tiny cut. Look, it's already stopped bleeding. I see. That's relieving. The tension is quickly lifted. Thank God for that. We each resume our respective activities. I watch Yuri's knife cut through the ribbon like it's nothing but air. Why not have a pair of scissors? Just saying. Meanwhile, I continue to make progress on the paper. After we finish attaching the paper to the ribbons, we lay them all out side by side. It looks better than I expected and will be very effective as a door curtain. It looks great! Good thinking coming up with this, Yuri. Oh, thanks. It's just something I saw online, really. Are you ready to move on to the next task? Yeah, let's do it. What do you have in mind? I'd like to create a banner. That's why I asked you to buy the paint tablets. Ah, that's right. One of the items Yuri had asked me to buy was a kit of watercolour paint tablets. We'll need about 6 cups of water to put each of the tablets in. Do you mind fetching these for us? Of course not. 6 cups of water. I'll be right back in a minute. Thank you very much. Oh, and just a little bit of water is okay. If you fill the cups up too much, it will be too diluted. Okay. Taking Yuri's advice, I decide to use small plastic bathroom cups rather than full-size glasses. I put them on a plate to catch any paint that drips, then bring it back into my room. Yuri? Yes? I come in to see Yuri quickly unrolling her sleeve, pulling it back over her arm. Ah, nothing. Your face is a little red. Is it too hot in here or anything? No, not at all. There's nothing wrong, so let's mix the paint? Yuri hurriedly dismisses me and takes it upon herself to unwrap the tablets, dropping them into the cups. So, I thought we would do something simple that would look very nice. I'd like to paint a gradient across the banner, starting with the colours for a sunrise, then daytime, then sunset and nighttime. Once it dries, I'll write an inspirational quote across the banner. I'm sure you could buy all of this stuff from a shop without too much work, crikey. We can hang it on the wall behind the podium at the front of the classroom. Ah, neat. What are you going to write? Well, it'll be more fun to surprise you. Yuri smiles at me. If you say so. After rolling out the banner, Yuri and I kneel on opposite sides so we don't get in the way of each other. Yuri uses a brush and adds a few dots of different colours across the banner to serve as a colour guide when we paint. This kind of reminds me of elementary school. Painting on a banner with watercolours feels a lot like art class projects we had back then. It's relaxing. Ah, I'm sorry if this feels too childish. No, I didn't mean it like that at all. It's kind of fun, you know? Yeah, it is fun. I'm glad you feel that way too. Yuri stops painting for a moment, thinking to herself. For me, I don't need to go out and do crazy things to have fun. In fact, I usually don't even want to. I just like it when I can spend time with one other person. Even if it's simple, like reading, it doesn't even matter if we don't talk much. Just having a friend next to me makes me feel a little bit nicer. I think that's all it takes for me to be happy. Is that so? Even if Yuri and I are quite different, I can understand where she's coming from. I feel that way about things like anime and games, where simply sharing the experience with someone can make me happy. Like what I'm doing now. I think I feel the same way. Yuri smiles gently.
I knew you'd understand.
Yuri leaves over to the banner and to grab an unused paintbrush, but I move at the same time, causing my head to bump into hers. Gah! Sorry. Yuri reels back, and I quickly lift my hands in surprise. Are you hurt?
No, I'm not hurt. It just startled me, that's all.
Sorry, I should have...
Oh, sorry, I should have asked you to get it for me.
It's not your fault. Oh, your face. There are droplets of paint on Yuri's face and neck.
Is there something on my face?
Yeah, I actually got paint on you. Sorry, it's totally my fault. I'll get a towel right away. I rush out and fetch a small towel, then I dampen it with hot water. I return to my room and kneel back down in front of her.
Here.
Here. I pat down Yuri's face and neck with the towel. Is something wrong?
It's hot. I just didn't expect it.
Sorry. I didn't want to use cold water. Having finished, I start to retract my hand, but Yuri suddenly holds my wrist.
Wait. Just for a little longer.
Oh, I'm turning into Monica now.
Just for a little longer. It feels really nice.
Awkward. I keep my hand still against Yuri's neck. She looks into my eyes. It's an intense expression that I recognise from when she reads her books. Almost as if she's lost in a daze, enveloped by her own thoughts. She breathes gently, half through slightly parted lips. What is happening? Is it the aroma of the jasmine oil giving me this dizzy feeling? Yuri's gentle fingers wrap around my wrist, send a tingling sensation through my arm. And suddenly her face seems to be much closer to mine than it was just a moment ago. This is turning into a Mills and Boons novel. Yuri slowly pulls away.
Sorry. I've been feeling a little lightheaded today. I didn't mean to space out.
It's fine. The moment is over, and as soon as it began. Thank goodness for that. Can't do with this sexual tension. Yuri picks up her brush again, but her movements seem clumsier, like she's unable to focus. I remain silent, forced to ignore the event that just transpired. Is it my intense masculinity and charm that's made her feel so giddy and lightheaded? Clearly. I hesitantly retrieve my own brush and continue following Yuri's example. That should do it. I finish filling the night sky with white dots that look like stars. Looking at the banner as a whole, it's very pretty and neutral looking.
I think it's Yuri. I think it came out better than I expected. I'm really happy with the result.
Yeah, me too. Are you going to add the lettering now?
Not yet. It needs to dry first.
That's true. It won't that take a while?
Well, perhaps it would be best to leave it here. Then have you bring it in the morning. I can do the lettering in the classroom before our event starts. Is that okay?
It's totally fine.
Wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's anything more for us to do here.
Phew!
You say that like you're glad it's over. Was I wrong to assume that you were at least enjoying yourself a little bit?
No, it's not that. I'm just glad that we managed to get everything done.
I see. I am too. I was a little concerned about time. I need to start making dinner soon.
So you don't have any time left? I was secretly hoping we might have extra time after finishing the work.
Well,
Yuri thinks to herself.
I think it would be too irresponsible of me to wait much longer. I'm sorry. I was hoping there would be more time as well.
It's probably my fault. Sorry for being such a slow worker.
No, it's not your fault at all. And the important thing is we got everything done, right?
Yeah.
So, I shouldn't be disappointed or anything.
Gathering all her things, Yuri seems to look a little downcast. I understand why. It sounded like she rarely gets the opportunity to spend time with friends in a relaxed environment. But that doesn't mean that this is the last time that it can happen. True. Once Yuri packs up, I walk her out to the front door.
Thank you very much for having me today.
No problem. I'm glad I was able to help. Just let me know if there's anything else you'd like me to bring tomorrow.
I will. Well then.
Yuri fidgets.
I guess I'll see you tomorrow.
Wait. I kind of say that without thinking. About today. It's fine that we didn't have as much time as we wanted. Because we can do this again. Whenever you want. You can come over, or we can go out somewhere. Ah, I forgot you don't like going out much. As I stumble over my words, Yuri simply smiles bashfully. Anyway, you know you know what I'm trying to say.
You're very thoughtful, Anthony.
Yuri takes a step closer, then briefly squeezes my hand.
I kind of like that about you.
Oh, was that me or Yuri? I can't remember. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? But I don't even get the chance to, as Yuri suddenly pulls back.
Sayori!
Eh?
Hi, Anthony.
Sayori! Just now we weren't...
It's okay, Anthony. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, it's nice to see you. I'm sorry, but I'm already on my way to leave. Oh, really? That's too bad. I'm sorry. But we'll all be together at the festival tomorrow, so that's fine, right? Of course.
Sayori beams.
Yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, I'll see you tomorrow.
Clearly embarrassed, Yuri hurries off. Sayori waves goodbye after her. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today.
Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me, so I had to come here and see it for myself.
See what?
Why are you... What?
What are you talking about?
You know, how much fun you were having with Yuri. And how close you got to her. It makes me really happy that you've made such good friends. That's all that matters to me.
Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. No, don't be sad, Sayori.
That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Anthony? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear.
Sayori, don't say that.
It's true, Anthony. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just...
Monica? Monica was right about what? Sayori? What I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. What did Monica say? I'm really interested in what Monica said. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So, even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't have any more pain.
But...
Sayori looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her.
I'm scared, Anthony. I'm really scared.
What are you scared of, Sayori?
I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me.
Sayori?
It's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Anthony, I like you so much that I want to die.
No, don't say things like that.
That's the way I feel. And...
That's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need most right now. And that's what I'm going to give you. I love you. You'll always be my dearest friend. Right. Oh, Struth. Right. Putting my head in the game, understanding the dynamic between Sayori and my character. Not necessarily me, but me and my character. There's a lot of history there. They've grown up together. They seem really close. Part of me is always kind of felt like my character feels that way towards Sayori from quite early on. Yeah, there's been a bit of friction, a bit of banter on between them, but I think there's that spark always, and I think that's probably why I've probably gravitated towards Sayori more personally, not necessarily within the game. So I think there is a thing between my character and Sayori. So I'm actually going to say, rightly or wrongly, don't judge. I'm going to say I love you. I love you. Those are my true feelings. So there's no way out, no way you could like me more than I like you. I should have realised it sooner. But spending time with everyone at the club, making new friends, and having fun with you every day, it helped me realise that you are truly the most important person to me. See, that's what I mean. That all those things that my character has just said, you get that throughout. You know that there's that thing going on between my character and Sayori, and that it's meant to be. They're two peas in a pod. That's it. They're supposed to be together. End of. That's why I'll accept any of your burdens, as long as we continue like this every day, with you by my side. Then I know we'll both be happy.
Anthony?
Oh, Sayori suddenly Sayori wraps her arms tightly around me.
Anthony, is this really okay?
Yeah. I hold Sayori in my arms and pull her closer. You'll never have to let go of me again.
I love you, Anthony. I want to be with you forever.
Me too. I feel Sayori's grip around me weaken a little bit.
What is this?
Sayori?
I'm supposed to be happy right now. I always thought this would be the happiest moment on my... I always thought that this would be the happiest moment for me. But why? Even now? Why won't the rain clouds go away? They're not going away at all, Anthony.
It's okay, Sayori. It may take time for things to get better again. But no matter how long it takes, I'll be there every step of the way. That's all that matters right now.
Oh, okay. I trust you.
Oh. Sarah and I slowly release each other. So, I guess that makes the festival. Tomorrow our first date, huh?
What are you saying? I don't want you to think about those things, you know? I want everything to be the same as it's always been. Even if we are a couple. I don't know if I could handle anything more right now. It's really new and scary to me.
I understand. We'll go at it. We'll go at it whatever pace suits you best.
Hey, Anthony.
Sayori gazes at me once again, smiling sadly.
Even if it gets really, really sad, this is the best thing for me, right?
Eh? I don't really understand what Sayori means by that. Are you saying that this is making you feel sad, Sayori?
I don't know. I don't understand what I'm feeling. It felt like a bunch of thorns when you told me that you loved me. But that's why I want to trust you. You know what's best for me.
Yeah, I do. That's my promise. I say that, but in reality, I've never felt more uncertain when it comes to Sayori. I know that I love her, and she loves me, but I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if it should be, if I should be doing something more or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back the way they were. Is that what Sayori meant by not wanting anything to change? I don't know, but I know that I'll give it everything I've got. Sayori is the most important person to me, and I'll do whatever it takes to have a happy future with her. It's the day of the festival! Of all days, I expect this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori. But Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake up, but decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. The banner Yuri and I painted is dry, and I gently roll it up to take with me. She sent me a pleasant text reminding me not to forget anything, and I reassured her. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Yuri at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. Right, been going on for a while now, and I'm going to save. There. What do you think? I was expecting more from this episode. I really was. I thought something exciting might have happened. And we've lost the audio again. I'm not going to bother editing it this time and adding it in. So you're just going to have silence for this at the end of this video now. Sorry. Yeah, I was kind of expecting more from this episode, especially with the cliffhanger that happened in the last episode. We got to know Yuri a little better. But we're an item. We're an item with Sayori now, which is with fantastic news. Little concerned about her mental well-being though, which is not great. And that's the one big thing you could go up to somebody with depression, given the most brilliant news, but it won't necessarily change how they feel about themselves. So don't expect it to. So yeah, we'll see what happens in the next episode. I hope you've enjoyed this walkthrough today, and yeah, like, subscribe, all the usual kind of schnizzle. But for the meantime, thank you so much for watching. It's greatly appreciated. Take care of yourselves and each other, and I look forward to seeing you all soon. Laters.